It's time for the first trial of Turnabout Big Time. It's a circus, and I don't know how I feel about that, but that's okay. We've discovered nothing, other than there's no footprints. I'm just happy to be in a trial. And we're up against Von Karma again, so that should be fun. have not worked on my German accent, and I also don't know what I'm doing for everyone. Anyway, good morning, Max. Max? Milk? What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick, Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties! What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly in and warm up the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now, the young dashing lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that and everyone in the room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. Don't get any ideas. Let me know if my mic volume sounds better, by the way. I know it's been a little bit rough before. And now the case, the one... Oh, hello. Oh, we're just... What? What? Your Honor, get on with it. I gotta warm up my German accent that doesn't exist. Oh, sorry, I just realized that the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So? Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. It sounds more friendly. Wonder if that is to our advantage? Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix, right? Eh? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count, do you hear me? She must still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, do you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Yeah. Watch and learn. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? Stop whipping me. It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now let's hurry up and wrap up this waste of time. Is she French, German, Russian? I don't know. Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Get up there. Now. Hey. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the offense in question. At your service, sir. Alright, detective, you may proceed with your testimony. I don't really care about Max Galactica, I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. Okay, all the circus performers were gathered in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Ooh. Ow. I see, he was beaten to death. That could explain the lack of footprints, like they could have beat him and then he was trying to get away and just fell, you know. I guess. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Autopsy report added. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What is there to cross-examine? Okay, we'll just keep pressing, I guess. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. Oh, that's nothing. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? I need to take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course, the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, and I almost forgot the tiger. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We got a witness. Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright. We'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? Yo, gross fine. A wooden box? That's right, pal. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? This may be my only chance. The contents. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper? Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that big box? There's only one little box in that huge thing? I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning? Did he have an allergic reaction? According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it was something the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up to with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even done yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up is such a mean sound to it, and I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I would like to call Mr. Benjamin Hoodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well? Oh, please don't. That hurts my voice. No. Why are you... He's literally just Robbie from Victorious. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me. The witness called to the stand was Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. The road must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of the law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? Had a good rhythm. No. It's just the lyrics that leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up. Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have a sense to fix it. It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face. On the off chance swelling would help. That wasn't even funny. Okay. You know that your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order. I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle it. I'm not worried about you one bit. Ow! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. What did you witness? Once practice was over, I left the tent with the clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Sorry, Trillo hurts my voice. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one headed that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then the police showed up and took magic by something. Okay, cool. You saw Maximilian Goraktigard heading towards the scene. You're sure of that? Without a doubt, he had on his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we get the picture. You said you ditched the clown? That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. What's that? He has absolute proof. It's okay? This was found in the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendants. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was a murderer, there would be no reason for his hat to be at the scene.
Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done.
Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say?
Okay, guess she's the boss again today. Yay, cross-examination!
The clown? You're talking about Mo. Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first-place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack.
Then what happened?
Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea?
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix, right. I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said I was. That's when I saw Max headed towards the scene of the crime.
Hold it!
Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup. Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're talking to a brick wall. Make Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense altogether now? Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little more effort into preparing your questions. Okay.
Hold it!
You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right. That makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
Makes quite a bit of sense and makes Max one suspicious character.
There's more to this story. There's something I'm missing? There's no proof it was him. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey, you still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you.
I think you should study up on your celebrities, Mr. Wright.
Great, I'm getting shut down by a toy. Okay, I might have to do a different option with that. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would be around... Hey, what time is it?
Huh? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think.
Practice ended at 10, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time?
I guess it sounds about right.
Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather.
Well, the truth is...
Will you shut up, you big nose dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe that we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone? What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can all do without your offhanded theories.
Objection!
But this witness, he's cracking under the pressure already. I'm onto something.
Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for out in the cold?
Take that!
Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person.
And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. What? You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken?
Is this true?
Well, I am. You can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw. Don't you forget it.
Well. The puppet may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Seems at this stage, I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right.
A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move along with the testimony. Trillo wouldn't happen to have that ulterior motive, would he? Well, Max is part of that bitter love triangle with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick? Wasn't Ben the one who got cocked over the head?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore.
Okay. So I think it was second to last had different options.
Hold it!
Okay. Ben only saw him. That's a bit strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going? with this Mr. Right. Who else did... Oh yeah, he should have seen the guy. Right? This guy. The victim? Sorry, it just froze up. 1 second. Okay. Like, whoa. The victim, right?
Take that!
That's the victim. That's correct. If Trilla was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Ah! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with a sense could have figured it out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that, according to the defendant, a likely story? If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime.
Objection!
However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have missed someone. Ow! There is absolutely no proof that the witness is waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things.
Miss Quiz, tell Mr. Quiz, tell the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You were what? Waiting to propose?
What does it actually have to do with anything? What's the matter? You think the humans have a monopoly on marriage?
The matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your mumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet.
I feel like cosplaying as her would be so much fun. Like, more fun than Edgeworth.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give to her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I've still got it in my pocket.
What's in your pocket? You were going to propose, you, a puppet?
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too.
Exactly.
That's creepy. His honor is looking a little less honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with the cross-examination.
What's with the sigh at the end?
Why are people so creepy in this case? Okay. I know I usually press on everything, but let's see.
Hold it!
Whose pocket was the ring in?
Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off?
I'm sorry. Really?
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
Really? Okay.
Hold it!
What was it? So you went to the lodging house to give it to her?
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in my way.
Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximilian Galactica.
When I get a hold of him, I'm going to saw his wood block in half and not with magic. Oh wait, never mind. I should have done it in a German accent. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about this present? What was it?
Hold it!
Show it to us. So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina?
Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on that thing. I'm not going to give up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this choice testimony.
That's the spirit, Nick. Give him heck.
The judge has that dazed and confused look again. Maybe you should get out more. Okay, maybe I do have to press on everything.
Hold it!
By proposal, you mean proposing marriage to Regina?
Of course that's what I mean. What kind of stupid question is that? How was I going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together? Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Got it? That's the truth.
This is so creepy.
Hold it!
What was it exactly that you were planning on giving to her?
You know exactly what I was going to give her, numbskull.
The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer his question. What was it?
You're going to die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right now. Francisca's whip looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Push on anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. The first time that a puppet— Ow! I advise that you cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe.
Hold it!
An engagement ring?
It's exactly a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it.
It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on.
Like what?
Objection!
Oh, never mind. I think I messed up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was confused. I have the ring. Now present it.
Objection!
There it is. I was like, I know I'm supposed to present it. I just did it on the wrong one. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh. Looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief!
Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Arrgh! Why does it keep exploding? What is going on here?
That's Ben, say something!
Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean the room they put the monkey, like a bank vault?
That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Gwist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. Oh, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things that he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you?
Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime.
What did you just say?
Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time.
Ow! Yow!
Why?
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially now who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
Haven't admitted a thing, not I, Mr. Trilloquist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after that ring, snatching monkey money.
But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you?
It's all this little loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
That indeed is an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point.
Prove an important point. What point could that possibly be?
He doesn't exercise enough or it has a flaw. I can't. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony.
Contradiction?
The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza.
What is the meaning of all this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours?
I'm saying there's no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright.
Well, then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this vigilant ventriloquist?
Do I? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw that night.
Huh! I've told you so many times you'd think you'd know my story's not changing.
You've already changed your story, stick boy. I'm sure this bit will change some more. Where is this one lie? Where there's one lie, there's usually way more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we have to keep after him.
Yeah.
Should be the last one. Let me get rid of this guy. Because his puppet's hurting my voice.
I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina, but that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols.
So that means that the money didn't show up until after you saw Max.
That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max.
Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after it? How long was it until you came back to where you were still waiting?
Well, let's see. I'd say about, I suppose, 5 minutes, I think.
So the victim could have arrived at the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Witnessing Max. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up.
You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think someone would have slipped by me?
4 eyes is an awful lot. Yikes! The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo.
Hold it!
So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night?
Of course, that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time.
I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina.
Hold it!
About what time would you say these events took place?
You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out by yourself. You already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be brain searching to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now what time was it?
Indeed. What time was it? What time was it? Let me think for a sec. Ow! I'm no good at math.
It was 10:10 p.m.
Ah, yes, that sounds about right.
Sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene.
Hold it!
So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night?
You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night.
Oh, I'm sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom.
Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better.
There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Isn't that a bit strange of you?
What do you mean?
Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being so nice to him? It strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly.
How is it strange to be cordial to one of your co-workers?
Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow! That hurt.
Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school.
There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something nice to Max. But how do I go about proving that with evidence?
Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already learned that one.
I guess I can give it a shot. I'll have to go back and press again there. You're 100% sure of what you just said?
I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure.
There's no way that he could be any more confident than that, right? Right.
Hold it!
He's gonna say the symbols again. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh?
Out of curiosity, exactly how many times do I have to ask? Have you asked that question right now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with the chorus. Everyone together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you very much.
Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun chatting out with everyone else. There has to be a hole somewhere. I agree, but do we have the proof to make something stick?
All we can do is try, right, Nick?
We gotta have something useful that will prove useful. Alright, time to go to work. Hey, okay.
Hold it!
I hate to say it, but Ben's part of your little act is coming off a bit stale. I'm sure that if a pro- Ow!
You're not trying to pass yourself as a professional performer, are you?
Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should know better. Ow! That hurts!
That should have set them straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness. Right, so where is the contradiction in the testimony?
What if I save it here? Just to be safe, you know? I don't trust nobody. I don't know where this is going. Okay. So that doesn't do anything. Okay. What time did he say it was? Press. He said 10:10. He died at 10:15. He saw him left. Okay, that all lines up. Try something. I feel like. Nope. Darn it. It's yelling at me. Oh my goodness. Okay, load. Give me a second. You guys are killing me. Okay, this is useless. Okay. Okay, he came from Big Top. Wait, but he was hanging out here? Confused. Oh, the tent. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, we already did this part, right? So 10:10. Okay, what if we just say nothing? I was trying to say, I'm so confused. Okay, maybe it's something with the symbols. So cat, cloak, white roses. Wait! He didn't have his hat. Oh my goodness, that's so stupid. Okay. Oh my goodness. He didn't have his hat. He left his hat there. Darn it. You guys suck. You guys are mean. He didn't have his hat, right? His hat wasn't... Or did he leave it... Oh, maybe it was outside. What other evidence do I have? Let's see. Salts... Wooden box. Where did the box come from? But that was after. He didn't have his hat, did he? I don't know why presenting the hat here would work, but I'm just gonna keep trying things. Nope. This is so much fun. This is so easy. Okay, what other evidence do I have? I've done all the... I'm trying to think, because you never mentioned... Okay, so not this one, for sure. What if I just present the map just because? I'm just trying different things. Nope. Nope, you suck. I'm showing you how to cheat this game. It's so complicated. Okay, because we got the time. Does anything contradict the time? I don't think so. He died at 10:15, saw him at 10. 10, that's about right. Oh, we'll just show him the broken bottle when we're questioning why he was being so polite. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay. Okay, that took me a second. Trillo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Isn't that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should handle this one first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival.
Objection!
Are you saying that this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendants by claiming to have seen them at the crime scene? I didn't tell a lie. Honestly, I would never. That's enough from you, Mr. Quist, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. He saw a different person? Hold on. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. He saw a different person because he was polite to him. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That who he said good evening to. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe that person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If he had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? You? Who would defense kindly explain who it was Trillo saw that evening then? Oh. Ooh. Maybe the clown? He'd be nice to the clown. He'd be nice to Regina. Or did he see... Did he see him? And was nice to him? I wanted to save it before it did that. Okay. Let me think. That would have lined up better with the time if he died 5 minutes after and had some sort of encounter. And if he saw her, he would have been proposing. The only other person it could be is the clown. Let's try Russell Berry first. I feel like he'd be nice to him. If it's not him, then it's probably the clown.
Take that!
Considering the ill temper of the witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina. It's Regina, right? She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trilla would have given her the engagement ring as a present. That's what I was saying. Oh, yeah. I suppose you've got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You're correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, Ringmaster. The Ringmaster, Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him, Trillo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Order in the court. How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica.
Was it now? Oh, this is getting juicy. I think it's high time that we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identifying exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian Galactica? Was it the Ringmaster? Mr. Russell Berry? The prosecution argues that this was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols.
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you've got to remember them by now. Here we go again, everyone. All together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. The silk cloak and white roses. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They'd even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know that it was Maximilian Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma, do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant?
Well,
If that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point.
Yes, I think we finally want a point in this one.
That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Bright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your efforts, but who is the person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide, beyond a shadow of a doubt, an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well. The court will take a 10-minute recess. And you will see me in next video. During this time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Did we learn anything? Oh my goodness. These court sessions, I can't. This is called the filler episode. But that's fine. I'll see you next time. I might try to get the next one up a little bit sooner since we didn't learn, like, anything in this trial. But